Well, we begin in San Francisco, where city residents, tourists, and elected leaders all have a message to President Trump after he proposed to reopen the prison on Alcatraz Island. The President Trump saying that today his plan is part of his administration's focus on law and order. Lauren Toms joins us live from Alcatraz Island, known as The Rock, with a look at why many say this proposal is a non-starter. Hey, Lauren.
Yeah, Ryan, being here on Alcatraz Island, you're reminded of why it closed in the first place. These buildings, most of which haven't been touched since before its closure in the 1960s, appear to be stuck in time. Now, we spoke with a handful of visitors today who tell us that they don't find it practical or humane for Alcatraz to return to its operational days.
It's not livable. That there's no way that human beings can actually be able to live in a place like this.
Ryan Ike is one of several tourists we spoke to who are shocked by President Trump's proposal to reopen Alcatraz Island as a functioning federal prison for violent offenders. It closed in 1963 because of its crumbling infrastructure and high maintenance costs.
There's no way it's livable. There's no way it's humane. And imagine what that would do to somebody's psyche. And imagine say they are they've done bad things or drugs or whatever, or they've murdered somebody or whatever, they're still a human being. They still need to be treated in a way where they can be rehabilitated.
Peeking inside the stalls, you're reminded of those conditions: peeling paint, flickering lights, rusted gates, and cells that only measure 9 feet long by 3 feet wide.
I think this would be a terrible place to be. It's crazy how small the cells are.
Even in 1963, the prison was behind the times. Historian John Martini says natural elements have caused its decay to speed up.
There's no running water. There's no heat. There's no sewage. Many of the cells have yet to be abated of hazmat stuff like lead paint. So these were all challenges that were present even when the prison was operating. They've just been exacerbated over the last 60 years.
Its closure was prompted not just by its poor living conditions, but because it was just too costly.
It's on a rock in the middle of San Francisco Bay. There's no fresh water. Everything from diesel fuel for the generators to potable water, it all had to come out by boat. And they had to have boats running constantly, carrying supplies, carrying staff and families back and forth. It was estimated that it cost 3 times as much to keep a convict on Alcatraz as a similar prison located on the mainland.
The infamous island prison is now a national park and a designated National Historic Landmark, but it's also a moneymaker, bringing in $60 million a year and supporting other businesses and jobs. Today, Ryan walks the island not as a guard or inmate, but as a witness to a chapter of history he believes should stay closed.
I think that Alcatraz should stay as federal property and in the national park system so we can learn from our mistakes as a nation.
Now here you can see what's left of the old Warden's building. It burned down years ago, but it's just one example of a lot of these buildings that really are stuck in time, seeing no updates since before its closure in the 1960s. Now, no changes have been made yet. No executive order has yet to be signed, and we're told by National Parks representatives here that they've not been told to change any part of their operations or to pause any of their tours. They also tell us they haven't been told by the FBI, the Bureau of Prisons, or the Justice Department to change any part of their operations or to start transitioning Alcatraz back into an operational prison, Ryan.
All right, thanks. Lauren Toms reporting live from Alcatraz Island. Well, Governor Newsom and San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie both had similar responses to the president's idea. It is not happening.
This is not a serious proposal.
I don't know if he's watching The Rock or what inspired this. I mean, you can't even come up with a more colossally bad fiscal idea. Nothing about this makes any sense.